Oh, welcome back. Welcome to the Show Off Your Plan Set workshop videos, part one. We did our workshop yesterday. About 10 of us showed up, and I'm going to share some of the highlights with you, things that I remembered. And just so you know, the whole purpose of this was started by JPC or Joe Carrick. They wanted to kind of share ideas on how you put together a set of plans. And I guess more specifically, what I was thinking about is what goes in layout. And I wanted to get into plans, and we did get into plans a little bit, but it was just sharing ideas. That's all we were doing. So there are a couple things that came up, and I want to take care of the easy things first of all, the easy little things that I learned before I get into the more complex things or whatever. And this is something that I think not many of us knew or many of us didn't know, and that is, when I want to show my existing rafters, I have an arrow right there. You see this arrow? I just highlighted that arrow, and then I put a piece of text over it with a fill, and it says existing 2x8 at 24 roof rafters. One thing that came up, and not all of us understood this, is if you add an arrow to this thing, text add arrow, you got an arrow to it. And then if you select this thing again, you can add another arrow to it. And then if you select this thing again, you can add another arrow to it. And I think a lot of us thought this was kind of cool, and I thought it was kind of cool and stuff. But when I think about it, what did I do before I knew this? Well, what I would do is I just select that arrow, 0 to copy and place, and now I got another one. So my way is even faster, I think. 0 copy, it's the hotkey, 0 hot. It's the same thing. And then you can grab this thing here. So it's really not that big of a deal, but a lot of us didn't know about it. But anyway, that's one thing that came up. And so that's not going to affect the way I do things, I don't think. But this is what's going to affect the way I do things right here. And if I go back to here, if I want to show hold downs, what I have is I have a marker right here. What is this? Oh, it's a call out. That's a call out. And then I have this line. It's a broken line with a dot at each end to locate my hold down. So if I want to put hold downs on the other wall, 0 copy and place, and I just slide it over to here. And I want to put some more hold downs, and I want to put a hold down here, here, and here. That's what I have to do. And it's not that big of a deal. And actually, if I go Shift F6 and show Control C W, Shift F6. And now if I go to my foundation plan, you're going to see that canceled by using the MRLS. That's showing up there. See, I got the hold down showing there. So I'm showing it on the framing plan, and I'm showing it on the, watch this. I just moved this over here like this, and it's going to show up. I draw it once, and it's going to show up in 2 places. That's the idea. But this is what I learned from Perry. So this is what Perry does. And when I asked him about it one time, he said, "Oh, it's just a marker with text on it." And I thought, "Oh, so it's a line, and he put text on top and bottom," which is what I do. Like, this is what where have I done it? Shit. And I think this is it right here. This is what I do. I have a piece of text, and I have an arrow connected to it, and there it is. And that's how I call this thing out. But Perry's taken it a step further, and this is what Perry does, Control C, Control V, and this is actually, what is this? This is, I'll make one for you. You come over to this marker up here, text tool marker. This is what Perry does. And he sticks this here, and then he wants a blah, 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 tab, blah, blah, blah. And that's what he's got. And so actually what he's going to do is he's going to say, "Oh, well, I want a 4x4 post and a 4x4, and at the bottom of the 4x4 post, I want an HDU2. And that's pretty cool. And then what you do, and this, I didn't like this. Watch this. I want to put this. Oh, it went on the same layer. There it is. It's on the same layer. I did this before. I wasn't able to do it. So anyway, get rid of this. Delete. Tab. So 9 point to point, and this is actually a 4x4 post with an HDU2 on it. Okay. Well, you can see the marker's too big. So you can always change the marker size. And I think 1 might be the right size. Actually, I think Perry has his, so it's defaulted to 0. So you change this radius marker to 0, and it'll just point to point 9. Doop, boop. This is what he does. It's a 4x4 post with an HDU2, and then if you go down here to God, I wish Cheap would fix this. F6. Look at my foundation. Yeah, see? I just added a 4x4 with HDU2. It's on my framing plan, but it reflects down to my foundation plan via the MRLS. 0, 9, point to point. Copy and paste point to point, stick it right there. See, I just added another one. It's showing up on level 1. It's showing up on level 0 via the MRLS. Now, I'm not sure if that's the way you want to show it. I think the better way of showing this would be to take this thing and 9 point to point, bam, bam, you make the pointer a 1. So now you're going to look at the foundation plan, and you're going to see that, yeah, see, it's kind of showing a hold down. Now, I might really rather have that to be a solid circle, but you don't have that option. But let's talk about this stuff, because I don't use this very much, or I haven't. I'm going to start using this all the time. I use the heck out of it because this is really kind of cool stuff. Did I start the timer? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I got 3 minutes left. So let's look at this really quick. Let's change this marker. Oh, that's a level line. It's a level line marker. That's what it is. And what does a level line marker give you? It gives you text on the top and text on the bottom. Note this. If you go to a test boring, you got text only above the line, right? In fact, you don't even have a line anymore. I don't understand why that's any good, but maybe it is. So maybe I want to use a point marker. Let's try that. Nope, I don't have a line again. See, I don't have a line. I don't know why I'd want to use that. I don't know. Framing reference. This is a square. Oh, yeah, it's a square. See, it's a square framing marker. I don't get that. But again, I only have text above the line. So what I'm getting at is, why don't these things stay right here in the middle? So what I'm getting at is framing reference, point marker, test boring. They don't give me text above and below the line. Only level line does. Only level line does. And I like that. And I think you could actually use this on elevations. Where is this? There it is. Control C, Control V, stick it right here. And for elevations, you can have a top plate, blah, 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 2 lines on it. You get the idea. But this is I kind of took this a step further with Perry and with Perry's little thing here. And this is kind of cool. This is really kind of cool. And I'm going to use this a lot, I think, also. And that is here. How often do you want to show a line right here and say existing carpet on this side and tile on this side? Well, that's all this is. This is a level line marker. See that? And now you can drag it over like this, and I want a carpet break right there, and I want my tile break right. Now this is interesting. See, one end you move, the other end you reposition. You got what I'm saying? So the way to work this is 9 point to point. I want at that doorway there. I want existing carpet on one side of that line and tile on the other. And what's pretty about this is depending upon the line layer you have it on, it controls the text size and the line style. This happens to be on my floor surface is mine. That's how I do it. In the past, what I would always do is I draw a line, W, and put it on the correct layer. And then I put text, bump, 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 tab, bump, bump, tab, return, da-da-da. And this is what I would do. So it was 2 pieces. That's how I would do it. An existing tile on this side and existing carpet on the other side. And I'd take the fill off and stuff just so the line went through. But this little thing that Perry showed me is really kind of cool. Now, you can't grab this thing. You have to grab this. You can select it here. Now you just grab it right here at the end. It's kind of weird, but anyway, you can do it that way. But another use of that is this. For ceiling break line. You ever want to show a ceiling break line? Control-C, Control-V. This happens to be you on my ceiling break lines mine layer, which has a different line style and a different text style, I guess, 9 point to point. And I want a ceiling break line right here and right. This is how my ceiling break line works right here. And again, this text runs with it. You understand, before I was doing a line and I was putting text on top. So if I changed the shape of the line, I had to mess around with the shape of the text. The text follows this. This made the workshop worth the price of admission to me right here. This is Perry's deal. Well, he didn't talk to me about this, but he probably does this too anyway. timer up. So that's really kind of cool. I haven't, I don't know if you guys mess around with this much, but it's kind of cool. And this is the end of part one. So part one, what I talked about was adding arrows to text over and over again, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. But this thing right here is very good to me. End of part one. We'll go on to part two, which I think is going to have a little bit more complicated stuff. End of part two. And end of part one.